James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Fuck Paul Pierce. Welcome to the Basement Sports Game post-game show here. My name is Mr. Alex Sheltman. I am joined today by the wonderful Anthony DiNardo. Ant, how are you feeling today?
Man, you said it. Fuck Paul Pierce, man. I'm feeling good.
Down below me, we got the other Alex, also known as Bubba, a.k.a. Alex Maserati. Alex, how you doing?
I always love defeating the Boston Celtics, and I always love Bam Adebayo assert himself as the second best center in the National Basketball Association. Fuck that clown in Philly. Absolute joke. This man needs to be an all-star tomorrow. Go vote for him right now.
Absolutely. Everyone go fucking cast every single vote. Every single spare second of your time should be going to vote for Bam Adebayo. He is absolutely deserving of that all-star spot. And last but not least, we got the Thunder from down under. Mr. George, how you feeling?
How the fuck that we do not have Bam at near the top of the front court, players for the All-Star game is a joke. We 12 months ago had to go through the whole conversation of Rob Williams destroyed Bam, and Bam's not this, Bam's not that. You just need to shut the fuck up. Appreciate greatness. Bam VP season here to stay. Depoy as well. He's going to be the new GOAT.
Absolutely. We're gonna start with Bam tonight because honestly tonight it just looked like the Miami Bam Adebayos versus the Boston Celtics. I know we were out without Jimmy tonight, but the Celtics were missing basically everybody but Jason Tatum. We had a random scrub heat killer appearance from Megamind Derek White. And it was an absolute shit show to say the least for probably 3.5 quarters there. We did get some absolute garbage. We'll get in that later. But we are going to start tonight with Bam. Maserati, give me your thoughts on this man who is clearly the best player on this team, carrying us to this point in the season.
Best player on the team, face of the franchise, give him the key to the city. He's the second best Heat draft pick of all time, undisputed. He needs to win Defensive Player of the Year. At the same time, the offense needs to be curated around him. I'm so sick of calling plays for Herro. Tyler Herro should be an accessory to Bam Adebayo when Bam Adebayo is on the floor. The only time you should drop a play for Herro is if this man is not on the floor. Because if Bam's on the floor, the offense needs to run through him unless it's playoff Jimmy Butler hours. Because right now what this man is doing at the dotted line, what he's doing off the dribble, what he's doing in transition, with the best of the best in the NBA right now. What he's doing on two ends of the floor right now, cannot be stopped, man. So, in my opinion, he's the second best Heat draft pick of all time, besides obviously the greatest player to ever touch this franchise, Dwayne Wade. But other than that, man, I want to give the Heat credit for the player development because obviously he was like the 13th, 14th overall pick. But this man, Bam, I don't know, man. I don't know how he didn't look like this at Kentucky because he just needs the ball as much as possible. And I'm very glad that Bam, especially at the beginning of the season, started voicing his opinion saying, I need the rock because when Bam's got the ball, good things happen.
Yeah, for sure. I want to thank Dan, the Film Gem, for the $5 dono. Your Miami Heat are NBA Boston slaying champions. That is absolutely correct. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. I'm not going to talk about that. We're celebrating tonight, okay? Let's thank you to James Todd for the $10 dono. Bam is the key. His transformation from last year to this year has been amazing. Also, other star players want to play with Bam, and I hope the front office notices this. He will attract other stars. You're absolutely correct. Let's hope no other stars attract him. This front office needs to wake up, get moving. Let's get Bam some talent around him before we start running out of time on his window. Thank you, Relaxing Music, for the $1.99 dono. Royal doing his best DeMar Hamlin impression. We're not going to feed into that, but Royal is taking a much-deserved vacation. He is a hard worker. I'm not meat munching. He does work his ass off, and he deserves a couple days away from the stream. So you got either me or Ant or whoever the fuck decides to want to do this shit. So let's go over to George next. George, you alluded to Bam a little bit. Just talk to me about Bam. This is how we're opening the stream here. In honor of Kendall here, George said.
Imagine if he had a real point guard next to him. Imagine if there was a De'Aaron Fox next to him. Imagine if there was a Drew Holiday type player next to him. This would be the greatest duo. It's him and him. That's all I'm saying. It's him and him. That's it. It's against the world. He, against all odds, destroyed this team. Like he put us on his back and took us right over the line. I've never seen him take over like that before. And we've been begging for it, begging and begging for it the whole time. And it's finally happened. I'm seeing that jump from Bam. I'm ready to say he's a perennial all-star type caliber player. Imagine if Tyler Herro didn't try and actively throw this game today. Imagine what this scoreline would have looked like. I can't even sit there and begin to explain it. We just outplayed them. I'm also going to give massive props to Haywood Highsmith as well. In my opinion, with what we've got right now, he should be starting the 4 next to Bam.
All right, that's enough Haywood Highsmith praise there. That's plenty. That's good enough for me. Massive props was enough starting.
You say thank you, Haywood.
Nah, we're not going to do that. I'm going to go to Ant next. Ant, this is Bam Adebayo praise time. We are not going to spend this next 30 seconds praising Haywood Highsmith. So
George,
talk to me a little bit more about Bam.
Was that a joke, George?
Fuck no. He should be starting the 4. Caleb Martin. Can I just 1 of 5 points today, 5 fouls. He's not a 4. He is not a 4.
I'm disgusted with you, George. Somebody muted him. Thank you for that. Listen, I was fully ready to come on here and for the first time this season, give shameless Highsmith just the littlest bit of praise because he's who kept them in this game. But for you to come out here and say that blasphemy is just ridiculous. So now because of you, I will not say a nice thing about Highsmith ever on this show. But to answer you, but before I get to your question, Alex, I do want to give the real answer to Wyatt here. I fired Royal. He's out there with Bradley Chubb and Kyle Lowry because I haven't seen any one of them in a long time. And also all this talk about Herro, but I'm with A-Train over here. That was employee number 14 trying to spoil the night. I don't know what that was about. But listen, Bam Adebayo gave you exactly what you would have hoped. Who has just... Thank God you're not on stream today. I can't do it with 2 of you guys. Listen, this Bam Adebayo gave you exactly what you would have prayed to see tonight on a night without Jimmy. If Bam is going to be the guy, like he's shown this year that he can be, you want to see him come out this night against your rival, best team in the East, and you want to see him dominate exactly like he did tonight. And as poor as this team is and as bad as they've been all season, he is what keeps me coming back every other night to watch this team. They really have no hope outside of him. But if you would have asked Heat fans at the beginning of the season, if you could have what you wanted from Bam, it would have been this. So I just want to give him credit there and say that I am really thankful that he took a very clear jump because we all know this team made no outside improvements. We said the only way they get better is if they get a true jump from Tyler and Bam. Tyler obviously has been up and down, but you have a very, very clear jump from Bam, and that is super promising going into the future.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get to Tyler here next, but, Bam Adebayo outplaying Jason Tatum, on national television is a thing of beauty. Shout out to our boy from the basement over here, 19 and 15 season. Sorry, I'm a little dyslexic, but we got that $1.99 dono. Appreciate it. And then we got somebody with a $2 dono. Royal best Lowry impersonation not showing up. Yeah. All right, but we're gonna go right next to the man of the hour that I think everyone's sort of waiting on here. I think I just gotta lead with the boy Alex Maserati on this because I know he is steaming. And sorry to Ant and George here, you're gonna have to follow this up, but we have employee 14. It was a massive.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off.
Absolutely. So, go to town. Go to town.
I hope the people listening to this stream were above the idea that Tyler Herro could be the best scorer on a championship team. I hope that the people in this stream were listening to us and told you to not get tricked by a game winner or a 27-point outing in the Smoothie King Center or a game winner in Utah that somehow led people to forget that he should be playing in Utah. This man has tricked everybody. I don't know if it's the lack of sleep. I don't know if it's another injury. I know he just had a kid recently. But this man is taking money from the Heat actively. He does not help winning. He does not impact winning basketball. He does not represent Heat culture. He should be a Utah Jazz right now. He should be passing to the likes of whoever the hell Danny Ainge wants to assemble. But instead, he's openly trying to sabotage a Miami Heat win on national television against the team that bounced us last year. When the lights were brightest, he was scared. He pulled a Ben Simmons underneath the hoop, was 1 of 7 from 3. This man got the luckiest steal of all time at the end of the game, and people want to give him credit for a defensive play like he didn't give up 40 on the other end. All players do is hunt him on the defensive end of the floor. He should not be playing in the fourth quarter, neither should Kyle Lowry. He is the third most important guard on this team. He is not the number one scorer on a championship team. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Herro has tricked a lot of people, and I just hope it wasn't you because of the game winner in the Smoothies Summit.
I could not have said it any better myself. You are a wonderful master of the words there. Let's what the fuck are you? What is going on with George here? White People Taco Night starter pack. Oh my goodness! What the? All right, this stream is devolving very quickly. This stream is going in the wrong direction. That looks like a Kyle Lowry prime meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. George, go ahead on 14. Absolutely atrocious night. I know you're itching a little bit too. You were heated in the back.
He fucking sucked. He was so bad. Him and Oladipo combined for 9 of 35 shooting. 9 of 35. And I don't know what to say because our fellow, basement member Twan has been trying to tell us for ages that his shot is pulling up short every single time. It is just atrocious what he was doing. And I brought a post earlier in the game when it was halftime. He had 4 points. And he was 2 of 9 or something, or I think it was 2 of 9. And then he ended up being 2 of 15. He just decided to say, I'm going to make this game so much harder. Without Jimmy as well, I'm going to make this game as hard as it can actually be. And it makes me sick. It genuinely makes me sick. The fact that he can do this and get away with it. I had people coming at my throat before because I said that he was having a bad game. They were trying to kill me.
People doing what?
They're coming for my throat, Anthony.
Oh, I thought you said.
It is a common phrase.
I'm gonna interrupt this. I'm gonna interrupt this white off here and add the true PG1 to the stream. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
What is you talking about? I know goddamn well y'all ain't think I was finna let a Tyler Herro poo-poo platter of a performance go like that. God damn it, I'm not. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Yo, pack that bitch up. Him and Kyle Lowry, the whole shit is ass out here. I don't give a fuck that you beat the Celtics without Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart by 3 goddamn points. And motherfuckers had the nerve to tell me that he saved the game with a game-saving steal that fucking Jason Tatum threw away. Fuck is wrong with you? Fuck is wrong with you? Idris, Femi, Adebayo. That's who the fuck this game is about. That's who won it. Fuck Tyler Herro. How about that? And I'm about to pack an ass up too. Bitch, you can't fire me. Fuck is wrong with you? Don't be out here lying to these people on this stream.
Gentlemen, I want you to do me a favor. Remove this cracker from my show.
Immediately. Get him out of here. Fuck is wrong with these people, bro?
Whopper, 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 whopper.
He's a motherfucking flopper. Big old booty muffin topper. Who's overpaid? Large fries, milkshake, extra whipped cream. Please hold the cherry, cause that's too healthy. Play real D, don't blame the referee. All you do is complain. Pat Riley, wake up today. Lowry, please let us trade. Fuck you.
Hey, break it back up there. That's a slap. We gonna go ahead and put that in the rotation. That's a slap. But yo, I don't give a fuck. This game was horrible, bro. It was shitty hoops going on all around the place, and we just so happened to win this shit. Same shit, different toilet. You beat a team without 2 of their 3 best players. The fuck is wrong with you people? 4! Shit, Al Horford wasn't even playing. But I ain't gonna lie, the boy Idris gave that boy Time Lord the work. The work. So good job hosting in my absence. I'm going to be absent again. I'm not coming back until February. But you got me fucked up. If you thought Tyler Herro was going to shoot 4 for 19 and y'all not see this beautiful black face on this here network, bitch, please. I'll be a panelist for the rest of the show. But, hey, I'm going back on vacation until February. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, I appreciate it. And that was some absolutely fucked shit. Holy hell. We want to shout out
to come in to play it. I'm glad he did, man.
Want to shout out Zazir Williams with the $1 for nothing. Thank you for that. We are going to go we are immediately I'm just absolutely thrown by that fucking video.
Hey, post that video from the main account now, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'll do it.
We are going to go into the only other positive of the night. We are going to go to Shameless Highsmith. And give me your Shameless breakdown here before you post that video. I know we wanted to talk a little bit about how, he had an okay game, but we're not going to go too far with him.
Highsmith gets 15 seconds. Start the clock now. This Heat team couldn't make a goddamn shot. And I saw Ira Winderman tweet out, "It's Highsmith or bust time." And I said, that is the tweet that makes me, and make sure y'all like up the stream, man. Shout out to you nice for letting y'all know. But
I'm telling you, hold on. First of all, when you say that name, you make sure you read the whole thing, baby. You nice my ass.
L. Johnson.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. She wasn't talking to you. She was talking to me. This is the beautiful Mrs. Royal A. Shepherd, Eunice L. Johnson Shepherd, and y'all do exactly what she say because I have to. Like this video, subscribe to the Basement Sports Network, and you can talk now. Mine.
I apologize. I was cut off short, but yes, that was a good cutoff. 15 seconds. That's it. They couldn't hit a shot. I read a tweet that said Highsmith or bust. Wanted to stab my eyes out. The man was hitting fadeaway threes, but my God, they needed every single one of them because Tyler Herro was a piece of shit. Highsmith, shout out to you. They needed you. You played eye defense. Do it again.
All right, that's 15 seconds. We're done with Shameless there. I'm gonna go over to Maserati. We're gonna leave Shameless Highsmith behind us because he is probably just not gonna really do anything else for the rest of the season except some above average defense. And we're gonna go into Caleb Martin. He's been in sort of a rut over the last week or so since he came back from injury, and I haven't really seen much of anything. He was sort of making some shit work earlier in the year, despite being way smaller at his 4 that they're putting him at, which he's not a 4. But his 3-point shot has fallen off a cliff. He's not attacking the basket. For whatever reason, he decides to put himself in a position where he's going to step on the line every single goddamn time. So what are your thoughts on this last, 10 games of Caleb?
I don't really know what happened to Caleb Martin between, the beginning of the season when I thought he was playing his role really well, despite being asked to be in a really tough situation, making his threes, not doing too much. But the last 10 games, he kind of thinks like he's Magic Johnson, and thinks he can like fully create offense and not just like kind of fit into a system. I just need Caleb Martin to play like a role player. But the fouls were just ridiculous tonight. So, I mean, I don't really know. But I see him popping up in a bunch of trades. Understandable. He's a reasonable asset. If I was a, general manager, I'd want him on my team way before I'd want Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, or probably Gabe Vincent. So, hey, if he can net us a good player, success, because that dude was cut by the Hornets. So there's not much I can expect from him.
Yeah, I mean, the expectations on Caleb Martin should have been very low coming into the year. We all knew he was undersized starting at the 4, and we sort of, were pleasantly surprised at the beginning of the year. I don't know if anyone really thought he was going to stay at a 40% three-point shooter for very long, but, I was hoping it wouldn't fall this far off a cliff. George, give me your thoughts on Caleb.
You spitting, bro.
First things first. Don't tell me how to fan, Alex Shelman. You don't tell me I get 15 seconds of Haywood Highsmith talk and then say we're going to move on. I get my say. And I say this.
I'm the host tonight, bitch.
You gave the white too much power. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a fucking joke.
It's like the McRib, George, just for a limited time only. Don't worry.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but it sounds delicious.
The McKangaroo, whatever.
That's the one. That's what we got. The McEchidna. Anyway, I'm telling you right now, he should be starting next to Bam. That is the truth. That is the goddamn truth. Caleb Martin is a backup small forward. He has always been. He will always be. He should be coming off the bench with Kyle Lowry, Oladipo. It should be Caleb Martin right next to them. And I'm not going to say anything else. That's my entire take. Caleb Martin's a good player, but he needs to come off the bench, and he should not be starting on this team.
I mean, I can't say I agree, but I definitely agree with this dono. Relaxing music with the $4.99 dono. How are we struggling against a Celtics team that isn't healthy? You want to get this one, Ro?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, I got you. So I want to thank Relaxing Music for the $4.99 dono. He said, how are we struggling against a Celtics team that isn't healthy? It's because they're a better team than us overall. But if you are struggling with your health, then you need to make sure that you got some insurance, like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email them or give them a call today and tell them that the Basement sent you. Email our guy, James Pugh. Apparently, that's how you say this motherfucking name. The whole time we've been calling him James Poe, and he's been giving us money to do it. Never told us that his name was James Pugh until last week. So he different for that, for letting us disrespect him like that. But email our guy James Pugh at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call tonight, tomorrow, in the morning, in the evening. He's always available for you, but give him a call at 321-345-7738. Thank you, James Pugh, and the folks over at Simple Health Advisors.
He's back, folks. What a catch of the lob there. All right, so I'm going to skip right over Royal on Caleb because I feel like two people is enough. Royal, we're going to go to Vic next. He looked good for like a stretch there at one point, and I think his defense was, passable tonight, but the shot really wasn't falling tonight. You think this is a cause for concern or just, an off night?
I don't give a fuck. Bam Adebayo was elite. That's what the fuck I want to talk about, and that's what I'm going to talk about for every question that you throw me for the rest of this show. Bam is this team. And if you don't think so, then you're fucked in the head. They should do what they're trying to do right now around the trade deadline. You should not be thinking about Jimmy's window or anybody else but Bam Adebayo. What does he need to be successful? Because what he did tonight is what he's done for the better part of this season, which is dominate whatever has been in front of him. And he stepped up, like tonight, especially in the fourth quarter, this shit was off the rails. It was doing what it was doing. And Bam, again, like he's done so many times before, said, fuck you all. I'm going to take this game, and I'm going to put my nuts all over it. So Bam Adebayo is he's responsible for Vic's success. He's responsible for Tyler's success. Motherfuckers still calling what he did tonight success. Failure. That's what that is. He's responsible for this team's success. So Bam Adebayo is who gets all the praise, all the accolades. Everybody else on this team can get put in a goddamn Fanta leaf, rolled up, and smoked at this bitch. I do not give a fuck. Bam Adebayo.
You're spitting. Thank you, Reverend Royal, for the gospel there. I appreciate that. We're going to go to this dono, $4.99, Belinsky Pierre. When can we start trading, and which trading piece do y'all think would help us take the next level? We can start trading now, but Nap Riley's still asleep, so I don't really know what the fuck is going on. Which trading piece do y'all think would help take us to the next level? A lot, honestly, because our level's really fucking low, and the only way we can really go is up. We will possibly be doing something related to a trade stream in the future. I'm not going to talk about that really too much, but in the meantime, you can go look at our previous trade stream, which is on the YouTube channel. It was me, Adam, and Hot Take Harry. We did a lot of talk. We took some call-ins. We might do that again, to be determined. Next thing we're going to go into here is just general thoughts on the rest of the team. Gabe, 1 of 7. Ant, give me some shit on Gabe here.
Yeah, the main thing I want to say about him is he's been the guy I've been claiming for literally 3 months now that he should be in the starting lineup. Actually, I think this even dates back to last year. I know a lot of people want Vic. I've been pretty adamant saying I don't really like that fit with Jimmy, too many non-shooters. But Gabe has been awesome. Obviously, he wasn't, showing out today or as stuff in the stat sheet like he has been the last couple games. But he's so much better than Lowry. What does Lowry do out there? What does he do? He gets cardio and barely, because he could barely make it halfway up the court before he starts complaining to the referee for nothing. But Gabe is perfect. Great perimeter defender, solid shooter, can stand in the corner for a Jimmy kickout, can stand if Bam's driving kick, even Tyler. I think he's the perfect starter to play with those guys. And he has been pretty consistent, relatively consistent since coming back from his injury. I really am a big fan of his. Going into this year, I kind of knew they'd have to pick between Strus or Gabe because they weren't really going to be able to afford to keep both of those guys. Strus has made that decision very easy because he's been terrible. I do look for Strus to be gone at the deadline or in the offseason, and Gabe is going to be the guy that they'll extend in the offseason. So I'm looking forward to it.
Gabe was terrible today.
I agree with everything. There's just one gaping hole in in your theory, Ant, that Gabe Vincent can start at the point guard position. Like, given our current batch of point guards, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but there's a big problem in Gabe's game, and it's talent.
He is just not very good.
He is missed, like he is hustling out there, and he is giving you 100% effort, and you have to respect it. He is earning his check each and every day. But if he's starting or closing the end of championship games, I mean, we've seen that story. We know how that goes.
I didn't say close. I didn't say close. But if you have Jimmy, Bam, and a guy like Tyler, is Gabe not perfect, an energy hustle guy?
No, because Tyler.
We need somebody who can shoot.
Yeah, there's the problem. See, this is the problem with the Heat. Thank you.
You talking about fucking Tyler? We don't have a shooter. He was 1 for 7.
We have no shooters on this roster right now. We can no longer say we got shooters. We can't say that anymore. That's just not. We literally don't. They leaned into offense and 3-point shooting, and all of their 3-point shooters literally just completely disappeared. I don't care if Tyler Herro hit a game-winning 3 in the Smoothie Center. But listen, this is what they wanted to do. So now the only way to fix this is exactly what Royal said. Absolutely lean into the man who just dropped 35 and 15 on the Eastern Conference champions and the team that will most likely win an NBA championship this year. Maybe, just maybe, build around that guy. Maybe, just maybe, don't run plays for Tyler Herro. We can say enough about Kyle Lowry, man. Like, people ask me to do this rant every time. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Like, this dude is straight up a fat piece of shit. I don't know what else to say. Because even Erik Spoelstra, who gave him the longest leash that could have ever been crafted by an NBA head coach, letting him close games, letting him play 37 minutes a night, Spo can't even handle it anymore. He'll play Strus and Herro together to close games before he lets Kyle Lowry close games. We've brought Spo to the brink of his sanity, I would assume, at this point with Kyle Lowry. So Listen, man, make a move at the deadline. Rob Pelinka did it, who a lot of people say is the worst general manager in the National Basketball Association.
I heard the Clippers was interested looking for a point guard.
Yes, sir.
I'll take anything off that fucking roster right now.
Kyle can't fit in a leash.
Listen, and I think you make a good point here, because it's like we're getting the same Maserati rant every other game, every single game at this point. We're rebooting it more than the fucking Spider-Man franchise. So it's like, I don't really know what the fuck you guys expect this man to come up with material-wise. He only has such a limited time to work with before the next show. It's every single game. He can't just figure things out that quickly. I want to shout out somebody for the $5 dono. Dallas got Christian Wood for a pick. Lakers got Rui for its 2 second-round picks, and bum K none. We lose PJ for nothing and get nobody. Riley is washed like Lowry. Hey, listen, people have been saying this on that network, or saying that on this network for quite some time here. You heard me before. Nap Riley. He's asleep at the wheel. It's time to do something about it. Yeah, let's go. Next player here. George, I know he's one of your favorites. He's one of mine. Max Strus. Did you like the little burst in the first quarter from him, or do you want to talk about the fall off a cliff?
First of all, who the fuck got porn and beans out here, bro? The man? No, fuck that. I go with what the money said.
Delete that message.
The money said porn and beans, bro. You is the horny man. This is Darius Jordan's burner. Boy, you freaky. It's out, bro. Listen, go to church. Pray. Do
what is that
elders.
For research purposes? Just for research purposes.
Hey, listen, they got a website, www.xvideos.com. You can find porn and beans. Bitch.
Yeah, everyone type that website into Twitter, tag Ant in it. You'll be good.
I would say the Heat need to head up. First of all, the whole thing is starting off wrong. They need to head up to porn and beans to find a couple of good shooters, because this is not right, brother. What kind
of shooters?
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
What kind of shooters, man?
Well, it's a lot going on here, but this is a family show, relaxing music. Okay, I just want to keep that in mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That was crazy.
No, you're good. I was just irrelevant conversation on the topic that is Max Strus. I was throwing that to George. We'll probably spend about 30 seconds on this. George, do you feel like Max Strus has improved his play over the last couple games enough to be included in a trade as a sweetener, or is he still negative value at this point?
I will get to him very quickly. I didn't get my second in the sun with Kyle Lowry. I would like.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, time. They should have known he was going to be shit when he included a buffet clause in his contract. When he plays over 30 minutes, he gets a full buffet to himself and an empty room with the lights dimmed by himself. He is so fucking annoying. I can't handle it. Really, I can't. I swear to God. No wonder why the Heat can't make trades when they've had to hire 6 extra chefs a week just to deal with him and his meal prep. His meal prep is an entire like section of the Heat to itself. Quickly want to shout out my boy Crusader. He's one of my best friends. That's why he's come to the show. Another Australian. All respect him, please.
He's disgusting. I also got to correct you. Yeah, I got to correct you, though. With Kyle Lowry, it's not called meal prep. It's called meal preparation. You got to get all that in there with Kyle Lowry because you have to prepare his food. So you can't just abbreviate that.
I would also not trade him to the Clippers as they have nothing of worth. Going back to it, I had a very long discussion with Hot Take Harry about this. I am not convinced that we can get anything half decent from them that they're going to actually say yes to. But would I trade him for the right player? Fucking oath I would. Oath I would. A good wing. 100% day. But I'll go to Max Strus now. Max Strus starting was nice. He started off well. He gave us that little bit of we've walked into this game being this 29th team in the last 10 games in points. We've been one of the bottom 3 teams in assists.
And we didn't come up higher after this game. We've
been the worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA. Anytime we can get any sort of shooting, I am telling you, it's good for the team. It's good for the Heat. It's good for the organization in every way. The fall off is the fall off. It happened. He's still got 7 rebounds to go along with 2 steals as well. He did his job. I'm not going to give him anything. I'm not going to give him praise or anything like that, but he did his job. I'm not going to give him shit either. There's more fish to fry. But look, Max Strus is going to be a bench player until we trade him for something decent. If Rui Hachimura is going to net you Kendrick Nunn, the bum, and 3 second-round picks. By the way, the same haul we traded for KZ Okpala, who was also a bum, also really bad at basketball. What can we get for Max Strus? That's what I'm saying. There's got to be a team out there looking for a shooter. Someone that doesn't look. No one watches the Heat games anyway, except for Heat fans. We are like we are the most boring brand of basketball ever. Maybe some team hasn't seen how bad Max has been playing. Let's just trade him there, a.k.a. Portland, for Josh Hart. I would take that.
Just what we need. Another dude under 6'5" on this roster. You're absolutely correct, George. I agree.
And he plays hard.
I want to shout out Darius Jordan for the $10 dono. I'm a professional nasty man. That guy's an amateur. No dispute on that one. Shout out to Dan the Film Gent, $5 dono. Before the stream ends, can someone quickly edit Lowry as Brendan Fraser in The Whale? That would be nice. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to go back over to Royal with this one. Royal, Bam had 30 and 15 tonight. Give me your thoughts on Bam tonight.
There you go. You're a very good host. Bam Adebayo is elite. Build the team around him. Trade everybody else. I don't give a fuck about Tyler Herro or his future or what he could be. He fucking sucks. Bro, listen. I don't hate Tyler Herro. I just hate him playing for my franchise. I don't like the shit that comes with him, and I don't like how this organization markets him over the clearly superior player. Bam Adebayo put tonight in front of all the hoes, for all the hoes to see. Bam Adebayo showed not only the Miami Heat, but he showed the rest of the league that he is absolutely one of this game's top centers. Now, I don't want to go into the top 2, top 1, 3 debate because there are some other centers of merit in the league, but you can't name me 4 centers better than Bam Adebayo. And so, I think tonight was his case for why put me in the fucking All-Star game where I belong with the rest of the game's elites. But it's just when he gets into this mentality where he's going to dominate everybody on the goddamn court, bro, he's shown it time and time again. The man is unstoppable, bro. That mid-range jumper at this point, bro, that's automatic, bro. That shit is automatic. And it can't be guarded. And I don't give a fuck how good of a defender somebody thinks he is. He has an advantage over every single one of them. So if he continues to use that bitch.
Damn.
That man's elite, bro.
He's too quick.
Bro, listen, bro. Lightning, bro. But yeah, back to Bam Adebayo, bro. I am ready to. I've kind of been teetering the fence between whether or not to call him the best player on this team or still give that title over to Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is the best player on this team, and so everybody needs to start moving like that. I think everybody needs to cater their commentary or however you want to view this team. Look at it through the lens of Bam Adebayo is our best player, and Jimmy Butler should be doing everything that he can to support Bam and that ascension that's taking place right before him. I do not want to build around Jimmy Butler anymore. If we're going to make a 1-year run, then we need to make a 1-year run surrounding Bam Adebayo like they did Dwight Howard in Orlando. Put players around him that'll maximize his skill set and not motherfuckers who he has to feed baskets to and defend for all over the court. Need a Justin versus Jonathan Photoshop battle. Boy, you just got traded to the Lakers, bro. Don't come in here talking that shit to us about Justin versus X and X. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Well, I want to get to one important thing here. You mentioned that you wanted to build specifically around Bam, maybe move away from the Jimmy timeline. Would you say it's a little difficult to build around a guy that doesn't play basketball games?
Extremely. But Bam Adebayo does play basketball games. And so we're going to circle this bitch right back around to him. And I don't care what anybody else on the roster does around Bam, whether they're here or not. I do not give a shit. If they are here, they need to fall in line. Bam Adebayo is the best player on this team. He needs to be followed. Jimmy Butler, I know what you're alluding to because you're a sick man. Jimmy Butler also falls into that category. I do not care if our second best player waits until the playoffs to be good at basketball. Because I've seen him do it in the past. I need everybody else on this roster to be capable of helping Bam lead us to where we are going. And I don't care where that is at this point. Wherever Bam takes us, I'm satisfied with that ending. As long as the focus is making sure that this team now understands that things need to run through Bam. Like, that's the best course of action for this team moving forward.
Absolutely. And just a quick shout, Bam is one of 4 players in the league over 20, 10, and 50% shooting. The other 3 are Jokic, Giannis, and AD. Not Jared Allen, not Daniel Tice, not Robert Williams,
Nick
whoever
Claxton.
the fuck. Yeah, Nick Claxton, whoever the fuck other center you want to compare Bam to. He's better than your center. He's better than almost every center in the league. I got Jokic, Embiid, Bam. Don't talk to me about fucking Nick Claxton again. The dude's a bum.
I think what people get caught up in is the counting stats. With Nick Claxton, like, you see games of him consecutively blocking 3 shots. That shit is impressive. So you don't want to take anything away from his game. But when you see what Bam's doing on the defensive end, like, take tonight, bro. Like, he had a defensive possession against Tatum where he's like forcing this man into taking follow-away shots. Like, look, Nick Claxton, you may have an opportunity to be a weak side help defender and get you a few blocks here and there, but you're not sitting in the chair locking up some of the game's best offensive players like Bam is doing night in and night out, bro. And he's doing it on the perimeter. He's doing it in the paint. And he may not get the blocks, but he's causing a bunch of missed shots. Like, I think the most beautiful stat surrounding Bam's defense is the opponent's field goal percentage versus him. Shit's in the toilet. Every time, bro. Like, no matter what defender you put in front of him, their shooting efficiency goes in the fucking shitter. And so you got to look at that kind of stuff when you're talking about Bam, bro.
Absolutely. I encourage everyone to go to YouTube and look up Bam versus Kyrie. The man absolutely can guard every single position in this league. He is one of one. He is a generational defender, and he is being ignored, and it's disgusting. We're going to circle back to Ant here. Ant, give me any player you want to talk about. Go ahead, get your shit off.
Couple of things, man. You can look up Bam on Kyrie, Bam on Curry, Bam on Dame, Bam on Tatum. This dude is locking down everybody. And it really used to frustrate me a couple years ago when Rudy Gobert, that his bum ass, we talk about bums, was winning DPOY after DPOY. He gets cooked, played out of games. It's disgusting. I saved a couple comments I wanted to get back to too. Our guy Underdog said, pull up the Heat's victory tweet. I saw it was Max Strus related. Y'all know that's my guy, but he is really pissing me off. And quite frankly, I can't wait to get him off this team. We also got Letitia who said, okay, Mr. Hakeem Highsmith when I was throwing some shade his way. If you know, you know, Optimistic Ant will be back after the trade deadline and they lose to the Charlotte Hornets. And also for the people asking, the video is on the Basement Twitter right now. Low-key blowing up a little bit, so make sure y'all go watch that again. Coming to a trade deadline soon near you. But Oladipo, I don't know if he's been mentioned yet today. I actually don't believe he has, at least not to the extent he should be. He's had a really awesome month. And if you're looking for another positive outside of Bam Adebayo, it's Oladipo looks healthy, and a healthy Oladipo can bring this team to another level probably next year when they have another piece or two in the offseason. So I'm really excited about him too.
Yeah, I mean, we did touch on Oladipo a little bit, but I'm glad you went into, some of his past performances because he did have a down night tonight, but he has been relatively good overall. Shout out to somebody for the $5 dono. Name me the last team to win a championship where their 2 best players don't shoot threes and space the floor. Like Bam and Butler, something needs to change. The Bucks?
I'll do that. What's a team that won an NBA championship with 90% of their roster having no talent?
Did y'all hear the motherfucking announcer going on a rampage naming all of our undrafted players?
Goodness.
He was talking for like 5 minutes naming undrafted fucking players.
The Heat are in the waste management business at this point, just like Tony Soprano. Like this is literally trash that the Heat have to figure out how to move and hope that the trash that they get back can somehow, some way win a playoff series. I think that's the ultimate goal right now. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they won't. I don't know. We'll see at the deadline. A lot of people are talking like we are guaranteed going to make a move. Don't get your hopes up. I'm seeing a lot of people on Heat Twitter right now acting as if like a move is made that like, oh, Cam Reddish, he'll be here. Luke Kennard, he'll be here. Of course, right? No. Fucking jersey swap. Let me see it on the court, bro. Because I honestly, in my heart of hearts, I actually think that the Heat will end up making 0 moves at the deadline.
Run it back part 2, bro. Like,
I think a lot of people are going to tell you that they were close, that they made calls, that they were intrigued, that their sources told them that it was close to done.
But nothing materialized. You know what I mean?
I think those people
they were outbid. They just they didn't want to move
because they traded that 2028 second.
They didn't think it was worth it. That's what you're gonna hear.
Yeah. So just brace for it. Just get ready. Because we went on a 4-game win streak against teams that didn't play their best players, like a team like tonight. Funny enough, actually. And Pat Riley said, "Calls, we're not fucking taking them for Kyle Lowry. You can shut the fuck up. We just won 4 out of 6, and we're pushing for the 6th seed, motherfucker. We are not taking any calls. We'll see you on Biscayne Boulevard. Fuck."
15-7 last 22. We have enough. We have enough.
And people are like, no, you're getting too harsh on Pat Riley. I used to be a Pat Riley defender, but this dude is literally every correct way you're supposed to move as a GM. He is currently moving the opposite. Like, you guys understand how the league is moving towards more athletic players that can do it all, positionless basketball, and farther away from white dudes who can't defend that are just trying to shoot the 3. But we're moving towards that as Pat gets older and more senile and forgets what year it is. Like, are you guys noticing that? Like teams who are winning championships are going for talented players, pushing for potential. Listen, when a 4-game win streak like that would happen and Kyle Lowry was doing good shit, a good NBA GM would immediately get on the phones and start trying to move that man immediately. But instead, Riley is deciding, no, we don't need these calls. Like,
at this 3-minute stretch, bro. At this little 3-minute stretch in the last game, bro, I would have been on the phone then. Look at what you can have.
He should be playing against the Lakers right now. He should be a Clipper. Straight up. It's really a joke, and I'm concerned because I love Pat Riley, and I think this man is the reason why the Heat are the way the Heat are. Him, Dewayne, obviously everything. He plays a huge role in it. But my God, man, this is absolutely fucking terrible. And if you want to kick it all the way back to 2016, all this man has done is sign terrible contracts, manage assets poorly, draft Bam Adebayo, and get Jimmy Butler. Right? Two solid moves, but building around that, what a GM is supposed to do, not just draft and get 2 good players, but build around it for a championship, he has objectively not been able to do, and they are not in a good position to do it. That is just
one solid move. Dwayne Wade got Jimmy Butler to Miami. Do not tell me Pat Riley did it, because he didn't. I don't care that he managed to trade Josh Richardson and scraps for Jimmy Butler. Dwayne, Tyrone, Wade got Jimmy Butler to the Miami Heat. I don't want to hear anything else. Let's go to George. George, give me any player you want to talk about. Don't go to George. George doesn't have anything to say.
Come on, let's get this over with.
What do you?
You're all wrong. Everything you guys have said the last few minutes are wrong. And this is why. I'm going to go through them very quickly. Don't talk shit about Jimmy Butler not playing regular season games. He knows what he does. We know what he does. The only reason that Bam is taking this step forward is because Jimmy has allowed him and given him the space to grow, to give him a platform now to really take over games and really improve his game. Because if he's doing it with Jimmy Butler, he's got less stress on his shoulders. You don't grow unless you're under stress. That is the truth. And when you're chucked in the deep end, this is when we get the Bam we saw today. Let Jimmy cook. Let him do his thing.
Thank you.
Well, he can cook against, the playing game. This is the problem. Like, what we're trying to let him cook. He's not playing. He's not going in the kitchen. He's not turning on the grill.
Let George continue. I kicked you out.
He brought out his new line of iced coffee. Let him do that. Let him get the bag. God damn it.
He made some kid from Argentina fly 4,000 miles today just to see his ass, and he fucking sat on the bench and did nothing.
Y'all said, fuck
I hope he gave him a baseball cap with some big face coffee crap on it. I don't care. Let him do his thing. I don't care that he's not playing. He could not play the rest of the season until the postseason, and I would be happy. I would be genuinely happy to see Bam and Adebayo take that step forward.
I'm cool with that, George. I don't necessarily disagree with you. Like, I was always fine. I was always in to let Jimmy do whatever he wants in the regular season camp until the season started flying off the goddamn rails. Like, that's when my thing, like, and at this point, I still don't feel secure enough in what this team is doing to be like, Jimmy doesn't have to play. Like, I've pivoted off of that kind of notion that we can afford to let Jimmy miss this many games. Like, he needs to play. Otherwise, we're going to be in a situation where whatever he does come postseason time will not matter anyway. Like, we're already kind of in that limbo space with him playing. So it's kind of like we need for him to play if they're going to do what they say and like try and make a push at something, then he has to play. If they're trying to tank, then him sitting is fine. But they're not trying to tank. They want to win.
The problem I have is like, okay, Jimmy doesn't play. You know, he's well rested for the playoffs. What if you earn the 7th or 8th seed? Are you taking this team in a 1-game sudden death match at this point in time? Like, we are struggling to beat the Celtics without everyone except Tatum. We're struggling to beat the Pelicans with no Ingram and Zion. We are struggling to beat bad teams, and you're going to put all of that on one game. It's different when it's a 7-game series, but when you're putting it all in one game.
Yeah, the Heat are notorious. Either way, the Heat are notorious for playing down to their competition level, and it's like you don't want to put them in a situation where they're fucking around with the Charlotte Hornets.
No, look, I understand that, but I'm saying I would rather see the development of Bam Adebayo take that step forward instead of trying to then play Jimmy obscene amount of minutes in a regular season game when we're going to need it for the postseason time. I understand that there's going to be self-sacrifice for some games. I understand that. I
think that's important, but I think what's more important is the Jimmy and Bam duo and how they play together. And we are not getting to see that on a consistent basis. We have not seen Jimmy and Bam develop that chemistry since Bam has taken this leap. And when it comes time to playoffs, are we going to see 35, 40 point per game Jimmy Butler and 15 point per game Bam because Jimmy decides he needs to go hero mode and Bam decides he needs to take a step back? That's
I know what you're saying. I'm going to quickly respond to that. The fact of the matter is we don't get to see this version of Bam. We don't get to see Bam do anything close to what he's been doing now with Jimmy Butler on the floor. It is about him developing his game as an independent scorer as the first option. Then slowly introducing him with the Jimmy Butler that should also be the first option and seeing who works well off one another. But you're not going to get, if you try and put Jimmy there doing another 45-point triple-double scam crap all over again, it's going to happen at the expense of everything else, of Bam. And we're going to still talk about the fact that Tyler has to somehow integrate himself into the offense with Jimmy and Bam as well. That's another
We're not
thing.
talking about Tyler. He is the one dude in the playoffs that is going to fall off a cliff anyway because Jimmy and Bam are going to have to cook and Tyler's going to be the one that suffers. Jimmy's going to up his game. We all know that's going to happen.
No, that's not going to be the reason Tyler suffers. He's going to suffer because he's not good enough. That's why you're going to have people who can move laterally. And guess what else, Alex? They're going to be black. And he can't do shit against black people who can move laterally because he fucking sucks.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too.
I'm also not trading Kyle Lowry.
No, you're right. Fuck them kids. Why would your best player play on national television against the team that knocked you out last year when he's getting paid $50 million? Why would you do that? Why? Yo, fuck.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. That is an insane photo. That is fucking insane.
This stream is too much for my mental health, man. I cannot take this.
How do you think Alex feels?
Let's go to
the other one.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the fucking next game at this point because we keep this going, I might fall out of my chair. Next game is Friday, January 27th, home versus the Magic. I am, it's the Magic, whatever. And you feeling good about the Magic?
Oh, I see Barry Jackson has joined the stream.
That's wild how you made Barry Jackson black, like instantaneously. That's crazy.
What's up, Valeria? Listen, I'm happy after the Heat kicked the Celtics ass, so I'm not gonna beef with you today. But if you don't know, I am now a Grammy-nominated artist, so you better check yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Who you said we got next? The Magic?
Magic at home. We are at home versus the Magic.
Listen, they are a big team, man. I actually think they're gonna be real nice in the future. And they do got former Heat legend Bol, who's probably gonna come back for a revenge game. He would be so much better on this team instead of the 3 second-round picks that we got rid of to get KZ's bum ass in him. But I mean, yeah, they're a good team. I actually like the team. They'll probably beat us just because the Heat are pretty inconsistent. But I want to see this team win. I want to see them start stringing these wins together towards the trade deadline so they can trade a first-round pick for Harrison Barnes and piss us all off, because I think it'd be really funny.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the Kings are playing well. I don't know if they're trading Harrison Barnes, but want to shout out Cure Bless for the 199. Don't know why doesn't Bam shoot threes? Bosch told him to. Bam doesn't need to. He is first in the league in points in the paint. He is, I believe, third in the league in points that aren't three-pointers or free throws. He doesn't need to shoot threes. Shout out to David Sasson for the $5 dono. I said it once, I'll say it again. Tyler is Langston Galloway with a chest tattoo. He's got 2 kids now. I don't know if that counts for anything, but we got Magic, Heat, George.
Who the fuck? He said George.
Maserati, the boy feeling good.
That is not me, Alex. That's all Justin. My hands are off the keyboard. That is the work of Justin Franklin in the back.
Yeah, you gotta put out my dog government name out here. Y'all white people are disgusting, bro. Y'all shut up.
Oh, Maserati, we're passing over George because they're bashing on you here. Heat, Magic, the boy feeling good.
I just want to say fuck the 2008 Boston Celtics. Anyone who started for them or came off their bench. Rajon Rondo is the most overrated point guard of all time. Paul Pierce is Joe Johnson with a ring. And Kevin Garnett is not a top 3 power forward of all time. I'd take Bam over him right now. If Larry Bird played 20 years later, nobody would know who he is. The Celtics are the most fraudulent organization to ever walk the face of the earth. And it's good to know that Bam Adebayo is still the father of Jason Tatum, also the grandfather of Deuce Tatum. So listen, no matter how much y'all want to bring me down about the bowl cut that I rocked a few years ago, we still beat the number 1 organization that I hate only more than the New England Patriots, the Boston Celtics. And yeah, I guess we play the Magic next. So you know what's happening. Bobo 50 and 25. Paolo Banchero 25 and 16. Whoever Tyler Herro guards 55 and 12.
Only 55? Only 55 on here? I don't know. I think Franz is going for more than that. We might see another 70 out of Franz here in the second one of the season here, besides Mitchell. We are going to go to George next. George, Heat, Magic.
We are getting out-rebounded so fucking hard. It's going to be insane. Wendell Carter Jr., Bol, Paolo Banchero, Mo Bamba. And it keeps going on and on and on. Caleb Martin's going to get worked. It's just the truth. It's one of those matchups, like I said, when we verse Cleveland, when they have Mobley and Allen, if we verse Minnesota with Cat and Gobert. You know, unless we are on our absolute game and there's high energy and we're actually chasing boards, we're going to get pumped and destroyed. Very. You don't understand my slang. That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
We're going to get what?
You've never heard that before?
No,
we have not in that context.
I want you
Get
to do me a favor. Remove this cracker from my show.
I skipped that part of the video, George. I don't know.
Holy shit. All right, I'm going next because Royal is here. He's blessing us during his vacation. You know he has to go last for this. We are going to beat the Magic by 6. Go ahead, Royal. How you feeling about this game?
The Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? All them tall motherfuckers that you just named weigh combined 75 pounds. Bam finna move all their little ass out the way and go for 50. The end. Jonathan Isaac back. So Tyler Herro might want to take the game off because he won't see the rim. That's not happening. It's not a thing. So fuck all of that. He's not playing. George, you can stay here for the rest. None of y'all ain't finna talk no more. It's cool. The show finna be over with. But yeah, like they gonna blow that shit out. So it don't matter about what that. But they'll be here for y'all next game. The boy, somebody with the $2 buzzer beater don't know, said play that Lowry video again. Not a problem. Let me wrap this up for you, my boy. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to the boys at Maserati, George, and of course the host for the evening, the real Alex on the network, Alex Sheltman. And my boy Justin in the background, one time for the Cain game, pulling up for the one time. They'll see y'all next time. I'll see y'all in February. Play the video, Justin.
Whopper, 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 whopper.
He's a motherfucking flopper. Big old booty muffin topper. Who's overpaid? Large fries, milkshake, extra whipped cream. Please hold the cherry, cause that's too healthy. Play real D, don't blame the referee. All you do is complain. Pat Riley, wake up today. Lowry, please